Russell Dorsey, this guy was the heart and soul of his team. They're only 2.5 games back of wild card positioning. Why would they make this trade?
Look, I've talked about it a lot over the last couple of weeks, especially with this extra wild card spot. As an executive, especially right now, and especially when you're close, you have to be really honest and realistic about who you are as a ball club, because you could fall into the trap where you say, you know, only 2.5 games out. Maybe we can make a move. Maybe, yeah. Honestly, and so it's like, all right, do we start trading assets that we acquired over the last couple of years to rebuild our farm system, like we talked about in the national segment earlier today, and go after somebody for a play-in? Basically, that's basically what it is. It's like, no. So I think they did the right thing here. It sucks. Everybody loves Trey Mancini, both in Baltimore and around the game. A guy that's well-liked. He's going to really help the Houston Astros. It was a move they should have made. Yeah. It was a move they should have made. They also traded their closer, Jorge Lopez, today. Was an elite closer for the Orioles this season. And look, I understand. They're right there and could still continue to be in that wild card race. But if you're an executive in that position and you see Jorge Lopez thriving, becoming an all-star, before this season, he had an ERA in his career over 6. This year, an ERA sub-2, one of the leaders in save, and really transform that bullpen. So it's a moment for them to sell high on a guy that they hit on and be able to continue to stockpile assets. So now in this winter, now you can make a move. Now you'll go after a guy.
And you know, you're looking at it from a business aspect, right? And you know, a lot of fans, because they haven't really had something to cheer about with the Orioles in quite some time. So, you know, from a fan's perspective, they're like scratching their head. They're like, why aren't we going for it?
And they still do.
You got to think long term, right?
Yes, and they still do. Like, they're only 2.5 games out. Yeah. Adley Rutschman's still there. You still have a young, fun team. That bullpen's still really good. Unless they trade a guy here in the next 45 minutes or so, they're going to keep winning games. Like, they're a good team. They play really good baseball. It's a tough division, but this is a young, confident team. They'll be okay, even if they don't win the wild card.
And Trey, he was a huge leader for that team. Yeah. All those younger guys looked up to him. And JP, you know, from your playing days, I mean, when you spend that much time with an organization, I mean, you know, he went through a lot. Not only was he a leader, but just personally, you know, just life-changing things when he was with the Orioles. How hard do you think that is, just to kind of pack your bags and just like be on another team the next day?
It's difficult. It's difficult, and it's hard as a player sometimes to separate the business side of things from the you know, just the regular life aspect of it. You got your family there, you got relationships that you built, but at the end of the day, you got to understand, like, in business, it just doesn't happen the way that you want it to. At times, you just got to shift your mindset from what was to what can be in the future with your new team. And I know it's difficult for a lot of guys, but it's just a natural process.